People will call me for being lazy and incompetent for a few reasons. Because I didn't start the task right away, or maybe it's because that I needed some time to really think of what I wanted to do before I start the initial task right away. So it's not that I'm being lazy and incompetent, it's just that I needed some time to really regulate myself. I need some time to really think of what I'm going to do for my own self. I need to really listen to my own body. And in reality, society wants to think of autistics as full amounts of energy, and that we are supposed to really follow what neurotypicals do. But that's not actually really true, because like autistics, we as an autistic, I do feel a lot, and I mean like lots of heavy heavy burnout from other activities. And also like we aren't supposed to really fit in a certain type of area for neurotypicals. Like we are supposed to really feel a lot more different. We are supposed to be uniquely different from everybody else. And that what makes us feel that we are supposed to be like autistic, is that we are supposed to be different in our shoes than what neurotypicals are supposed to be doing, right? So my executive function is really mixed. So like during like my college life and having to meet deadlines, I don't actually start the homework right away. Like professor will even say like just do this homework by the end of next week, for example, like on a Sunday, uh, to earn some points. Um, but what I think of having to do the homework by the due date is that I really need time to think of this. Like I don't really start off right away. I just really need to relax, rest, and think about if I want to give in my full energy of having to complete this one singular assignment before it is due. And of course, deadlines give me a lot more pressure. So yeah, that is something that I cannot even I couldn't even really do when it comes to deadlines. Is that like I'm like being pressured to or forced to meet a certain deadline. And if I don't meet a certain deadline, then that means that means that my professor will penalize me for being late, or that the professor will not accept the late assignments or responses. So so yeah, it's either I do the work or I don't, and just fail, which I really don't want to really jeopardize my education. Like I feel that my education is much more important than what I'm currently doing here. Like I do this as a side hustle, and this is the only thing that I'm doing right now, is that I'm doing the side hustle while also having to be in college, having to study in terms of my own major. So yes, like one assignment is really exhausting for me. One assignment is gonna be very tiring for me to complete, and I always have thoughts to myself as for example, like oh, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to do my homework. I just really don't like being in this class. I didn't register for this. But you know, like it's a struggle for me, like in college, like and I think many of you autistics also feel this way of like not having to start on something right away, and then you have like a few more days left before it is due, right? Having to really think about what you're gonna be doing before time runs out. So yeah, I don't appreciate having to be pressure, but I just really want to have something very flexible for me to do. I think having a flexible schedule, having to have a flexible deadline for me is something that I really want for myself, because I don't think that having to meet deadlines, having to force having to be forced to meet deadlines is like something that I would not be able to commit. But having to have a flexible deadline, like if I can't make it to this thing, I might need to reschedule to another day. Um, so that's what I actually really want, is that I want to have like flexible schedules. I want to have flexible things in my life where I need like more time to really think in my headspace. I really need to have time to really space myself out of reality, because because you know it is really a lot more complex for myself. Um, if you're an autistic and you feel that like having to do like one singular task is feels way more overwhelming for you, what start by having like start taking multiple steps at a time for this one singular thing, and and maybe like have a break in between, like I don't know, like depending on what your situation may be for this one singular task. um maybe like maybe start understanding like what the instruction is telling you to do. um having to break it down, actually, like having to really break down into like a few steps before you actually having to complete one singular assignment. um, I think that is the best way of having to complete that, and also having to really meet the deadline on time. So I feel like that's what I'm probably trying to do throughout my college life, is that I usually like I usually like have the time to really open up my laptop, having to look back at the notes, having to look back at the lecture slides for my professor, and having to gain a lot of gain a lot more detail, having to gain a lot of information, and then having to write down in my notes, having to utilize my notes for like my upcoming quiz or for my finals to become more successful, right? So yes. So yeah, it takes like so like overall it really takes like a lot of like little steps to really get what you're going for. um, not that it's being lazy or being incompetent. It's just that taking all those little steps, taking all those like short-term goals, um, can really help you a lot. Like having to complete short-term goals that contribute to the long-term goals will definitely help you to succeed well in college or with anything that you with any situation that you are in this reality. And if you continue to do that, you'll actually not become lazy and incompetent. You're actually making a lot of a lot of right choices for yourself. You're actually utilizing your time to something that is very much more meaningful for yourself. So 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 I would say the next time you the next time you see a person say that, oh, you're being so lazy and incompetent, just say that I'm really trying my best to break it down into smaller steps to reach my long-term goal, to reach what I'm looking for. So I guess that's how you want to say that. I mean, you could say it in like different variations of that, but you know, you're just working on yourself, and plus you are doing everything you can to really what is it, rest your body, to really listen to your needs, and that you really value your own time, and that you feel that you give a lot more space. So yeah, that's all for this week's video. Hopefully this made sense to you, and if you have any questions, if you have any insights, if you have any comments that you want to share, or if there's something that I'm missing out, please let me know in the comments below. And right now, I'm currently running out of topics to talk about every Wednesday. So if you have any suggestions for any topics that I should be talking about, also leave them in the comments below. That would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, like I said, if any person walks up to you saying that you're lazy and incompetent, just know that you are doing your best out there. You're definitely taking care of yourself and regulating yourself and prioritizing your mental health for yourself, and that's what actually matters to you, actually. So yeah, thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week. See ya.